just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the whole beast milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. People like me, people like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men know the rich men. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours, bullshit pay. Good morning, everybody. It's Bo. It's Bo here with Texas Trader. It is July 10th, 7:30 a.m. Texas time. We've got an hour until the market opens. Just gonna go over a few stocks, go over the scanners, go over the watch list. Over the scanners, go over. And we'll go from there. I was having a little trouble with my sound yesterday, so hopefully having trouble with the streaming, I think. 68 KB. I'm not sure how to do all this, so I'll have to figure it out, but we'll keep going. We'll see if this works. So anyway, as usual, first thing I'm looking at this morning is the SPY, SPY. So yesterday we had a nice run back up toward all-time highs. Looks like we're getting ready to try to test that. And yeah, I think we're probably going to break it. Let's see what some news says here on the SPY. Anything? We got Trump calls for 3% point rate cut. Too late, Jerome Powell to resign. June Fed minutes show uncertainty reigns supreme. Bill Ackman cheers Monday market funds hitting record $7.4 trillion as Jerome snubs Trump's rate cuts demands. Ford recalls over 850,000 vehicles due to stalling engines. U.S. stocks likely to open lower. Yeah, not really. Palantir could be the next big AI winner, says Dan Ives. So, a lot of talks about AI here lately.
So keeping AI stocks on watch. I'm keeping Quantum on watch as well. Bitcoin for sure. There's a lot of every stock spiking here lately has some type of crypto treasury or crypto news. OPEC Plus discussing pause to output hikes after next increase. Jobs claim just came out. Or jobless claims. U.S. initial jobless claims 227,000 versus 236,000 estimate. That just came out at 7:30. Doesn't look like it impacted the market much. So, yeah, market still looks strong. I have a feeling we're going to all-time highs again. We'll probably just keep pushing higher from here. Who knows? All right, moving on. Multi-day breakout watch list. We've got ARTL. This thing is kind of been choppy. See, spike, pullback, spike, pullback, spike. So it's on the watch list. Probably no trade for me. This was a nice first green day bounce. Let's still continue into the upside. So the breakout's way up here. I mean, I'm just probably going to watch it. Probably no play. So that's it for the multi-day breakouts that I have on watch. We'll move on to the first green day bounce watch list. We've got this NKTR. I mean, it's finally starting to bounce. This is a hard one for me. It's not my ideal setup. Had an offering one of these days back here, so I'm just keeping it on watch, see if it does finally bounce, what it does. BLNEs, similar setup or similar, I guess, kind of chart as NKTR, just not ideal for me. The ideal play was back here on this green day. Yeah, I think I played it. Yeah. But keeping it on watch, though, I mean, it's trying to hold this. It's trying to create a support here. So this is in the crypto sector, crypto treasury, has something to do with real estate. So I'm just keeping this on watch. That seems to be the hot sector right now. VOR was one from yesterday. Had the first red day. What is today? Thursday. So I had a first red day Tuesday. And yesterday, you see we got a nice little bounce right here, push up. I mean, what's percentage on that? About 15% or so, 15 to 20. So VOR, it already bounced, had the first green day bounce. So this one just kind of keeps going up. I'll keep it on. I'll put it down here on this multi-day breakout, but there's probably no trade for me there. Wolf, WOLF. This is one I started buying yesterday. I think I was a little early, which I usually am for some reason on first green day bounces. Except when I'm not, right? So watching this for a first green day bounce today. See, we got the move up, right? We've got 1, 2, 3 green days in a row. Yesterday was the first red day. I know this is a red candle, but it ended green on the day, so it's still a green day, right? In order for this to be a red day, it has to close below the previous day close. So this close was $2.31. This day it closed at $2.52. So, And then yesterday we closed at $2.02. So that is below the previous day close. So this is actually your first red day, if that makes sense. It's pretty simple. So yesterday was first red day. So now I'm starting to look for higher lows on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and then I just kind of keep working my way down the time frames, right? So ideally for me, I'm going to start looking for a higher low on this 1 hour chart. I mean, I'll keep an eye on the 4 hour. It's just going to take a lot longer to play out, right? Every candle equals 4 hours, so I'll kind of be looking right now. What I'm going to be looking for is we've got this little run up, right? Almost like back here. So this is why I was buying yesterday, right? Actually kind of bought that higher low, but we had this little run up and then it started pulling back, and I was looking for a higher low here. I was thinking this candle was going to be the bottom, which you see right here, I was buying after that little hammer wick, which ended up not being the case. I was risking yesterday's low. I'm not a huge fan of paying a lot of attention to after hour or pre-market price action unless there's a lot of volume. Usually there's not a lot of volume, so during those times it can be kind of easier to manipulate these stocks, right, with the less volume. So it never broke my support level yesterday, so it's for right now I'm still holding, right? And then I'll start using, so today, I mean, they say never lower your risk level, but I'll end up lowering my risk level on this one to whatever this pre-market low is here. So what I'm going to be looking for is a run up like we're getting. I'll be looking for a few red candles, and I want this 1 hour chart to have a higher low or a double bottom, meaning the same low, right? So this low is 176. This low is 176. So I'm going to put alert here. I'm looking for 176 to hold. At or below. So I've got an alert there. So, like I said, what I'm looking for, 1 hour chart, pull back, higher low, and then I'll start looking at 30-minute and 15-minute charts for higher lows as well, and then maybe 1 and 5-minute charts for higher lows. Start looking for my entries, right? So WOLF is probably going to be a top watch for me today. First green day bounce setup. So let's move on. Next watch list is going to be the panic dip buy. So let's go back to the daily chart here. So I'm always looking at the daily chart. So we got VIOT ADR. This looks like it's a possible China stock here. Let's see here. God dang it. Yeah, China stock, so 33 million. What do we trade back here? 14. Yeah, it hasn't even really rotated the float. So this is what I'm looking for a first green day bounce. Got to run up, first red day, and you start looking for higher lows on the 4 hour, 1 hour. We start looking for that bounce. This is a China, and it hasn't rotated the float, so this is on my watch list, but probably not going to trade it. So moving on to So anyway, Actually, this VIOT should go down the first green day bounce setups. Take it off the panic dip buy. As soon as they have a first red day, it comes off the panic dip buy and goes to the first green day bounce. So we got SRFM, red candle, but you can see we closed higher than this low, so it's still green on the day. So we still have yet to have a first red day on this SRFM. So keeping that on the panic dip buy watch list. PROK, same thing, waiting for a first red day or a panic. So keep that on the panic dip buy watch list. ONCY, we had a first red day yesterday. Float, ONCY, 86 million Canada. Higher float. I'll keep it on my first green day bounce watch list. Not sure whether I'll play it or not. MPU, first red day yesterday. This is Bitcoin Treasury. I believe it's a higher float. Yeah. Nope, 34 mil US. All right, not bad. So keep that on watch. First green day bounce. Take it off the panic. BTCS. This is probably going to be my top watch today. Bitcoin stock. Had a nice run up here, breaking 52-week highs. Tons of volume for the last year. We had a first red day yesterday. So again, going to the 4 hour, going to the 1 hour, start looking for higher lows. So I would say probably around the 350 level or below the 450 level. So maybe start using this. What is this? $4 as a current support level. And if it breaks that, then we're looking at probably 350, maybe $3 level. What's that look like on the daily? Yeah, $3 level might be low. But I'll be watching this on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, looking for higher lows. Currently using this $4 level. See if that can hold up. So I'll put an alert there. Create alert. If that does hold, I will use that $4 as my risk level. So BTCS is a first green day bounce setup. So we're going to move that down here. Take it off the panic. BTBT, same thing. Nice run up, pull back. Also in the hot sector. BTBT is a super high float though. I think it's like BTBT. Yeah, 280 million, where BTCS is only basically a 14 million float. So much better chances of BTCS making a huge move. You don't need as much volume. So BTBT, same thing though. First green day bounce, so it goes down the first green day bounce, comes off the panic dip buy. Then we got BMNR, panic dip buy. So it did panic, had an offering yesterday. I bought a little bit, and I kind of changed. I only got a few shares to fill, and then I kind of changed my mind, so I canceled the rest of the order. But you can't really see there. Can't really see it there either. I was in at 20. I was in at 62, out at 64. But that's a panic dip buy right there. So I waited for it to kind of base. I seen this, and I seen this higher low. So I started buying. It did run up a little bit higher. I could have got out at almost 70. Could have got out at 69 or 68 for sure. So wasn't a bad trade. So from 62, that's 62.47. 62.20. We'll just call 62.20 to 69. I mean, easy 5 or 10%. Nothing crazy. Sometimes these will bounce and you can make 50 to 100% pretty easy though. So that's a panic dip buy. Like I said, they don't happen too often. And this isn't ideal because it had an offering. The best panic dip buys are the ones that panic on basically no news. There's no reason for the panic. It just broke a key support level or something. People start selling. Stop loss starts, people start getting triggered, and we just get a panic. Those are the best for the panic dip buys. Ones with bad news or offerings, stuff like that, I mean, it's just a lot harder for them to bounce. So I'm still keeping this on watch though. I mean, I might try to play this like as a first green day bounce, but we'll see. So actually I'll move this over here to first green day bounce, since it already panicked. So the only stocks left on the panic dip buy are PROK and SRFM. They're still going up. So moving on, liquidity trap setups. SQN, man, this thing is so choppy. SQNS. Had the big move. What is this? Wednesday, Tuesday. You can see we've consolidated. We've tried to spike. This thing is just choppy. So yeah, I think it's a crypto, in that crypto sector as well. Yeah, Bitcoin focused treasury. So that's the sector right now. If you see Bitcoin treasury news, keep an eye on it. But anyway, this is still a liquidity trap. I mean, it's still consolidating. It's just so choppy, I probably won't play it. So RLYB, yeah, nothing there for me. We'll take that off. LGPS, this was holding up. It still is kind of holding up. This is a China or something. I was trying to buy the gap and crap on it on this day, and it wouldn't let me buy it. I'm just going to take that off. GAME, GAME. So liquidity trap from yesterday. It continued to spike higher. So we got 2 green days in a row here. See, we got a nice top wick. So this could be the top. It goes down to the panic dip buy watch list. I'll put an alert at yesterday's low. What was yesterday's low actually? 177. So there's an alert at yesterday's low. I'll be looking for that to break. This is possible panic dip buy. It may not panic though, but either way, I'm looking for a panic dip buy on it. If it doesn't panic and we end up red today, then this will go down tomorrow. This will go down to the first green day bounce watch list, and I'll start looking for a first green day bounce on it. So today's a perfect day to learn my process because we're moving stocks around. There's a lot moving, and when there's a lot moving, a lot of volatility, that's when I have the most setups, the most success. So the big movers from yesterday, the gap and craps I was looking at, day ones, got BMGL. Moving on. So that's it on liquidity traps. I'm going to keep this SQNS on there, but it's just so choppy I probably won't play it. So gap and craps. Now some of these will get moved down to the liquidity trap and some will get deleted. So we've got BMGL. It's kind of holding up from yesterday, so I'll put an alert. Basically, yesterday's low. If it holds up, that's a possible liquidity trap. Comes off the gap and crap. Watch list goes to liquidity trap. Then we got NCNA. Yeah, this one kind of already squeezed out here in the day or after hours yesterday. So yeah, I don't know about this one. Probably nothing there. I'm gonna delete that one. We got PCSA. It failed basically right off the bat yesterday. No volume, trash stock, delete. EVOK. This was one I was buying yesterday for a gap and crap reversal. I was bought a little early. I should have been adding here. Actually, I shouldn't have even been buying here. I should have been buying right here on this higher low on the 15-minute. You see, I was trying to force higher lows here on the 1 minute. Looking at this pullback on the 15, thinking this was going to be the turning point on this candle, when it was actually the next candle, or the next two candles. So this was the low, 612, I believe it was. Yep, 612. That's still holding up, I believe. It's trying to fail now, of course. So I'm watching this for a possible liquidity trap. As of right now, it doesn't look like it's going to hold. Using that $6 area as my support. This was a perfect trade, honestly. Yesterday, I should have been selling into this resistance. I was just getting greedy. I was up, I don't know, $350 there, I think. Just getting greedy, thinking it's going to break that high and keep squeezing. So hell, didn't sell any into that resistance like I preach, and yeah, now you can see I'm down $200 on it. So we'll see what happens here, but I still have this on watch for a possible liquidity trap as long as it holds up. So you got your day one move, all consolidation, but yeah, I should have been getting out on this lower high. So bad trade. If it works out today, I just got lucky. Actually, it's a good trade. I just didn't take profits. Bad trade on my part. All right, let's move on. Anyway, EVOK, watching for a possible liquidity trap. I'll cut at $6. We got SCAG, absolute garbage. SUGP, Sugar P. What's it doing? It spiked up a little bit, kind of holding. I'll put this on liquidity trap. It's holding up. We may go higher. If it goes higher, then and we have another green day today, then I'll move it down to panic dip buy tomorrow. So CLDI. This was a good one yesterday that I completely missed. So we got this pull. If you look at the 30-minute, it was beautiful. So the run up, the pullback, red hammer, right? Can you see that? Yeah, that looks even better there. And then if you look at the 1 minute, that's 5 minute. Even 5 minute, you got this higher low right here. Low, higher low, right here on this same Same hammer candle on the 30. Yeah, so you got this low, then a higher low. Here's a higher low. That's a, yeah, I mean, was that double bottom or a higher low? And then you even got this higher low. I was just, I don't know why I didn't buy. I don't know why I hesitated, but that was the play yesterday. That was a nice gap and crap. So in at the, we'll just say you got in at 84 cents. And it got to $1.60. So that's 90%. I mean, you could have easily taken 30 to 50% on this one. So CDLI, but now it's came back and completely failed. So does it bounce off this level here? I don't know. I'll put it on liquidity trap. It's not ideal, but I'll keep it on watch. So what's the big dogs today? What's on the scanner? Go into my scanner. This what is this? Yeah, this is trash. Anytime you see something on the scanner that spikes up like this and then you just got this type of consolidation, that's 9.9 times out of 10, that's not going to do anything. So nothing on DALN. We got BTCM. This is actually setting up perfect on the 30-minute again, kind of like yesterday's CLDI. We're at 52-week highs. Yeah, not all time. 52-week highs. Bitcoin news. Bitmining Limited expands into Solana, whatever that ecosystem is. It's another crypto. Plans up to a $300 million investment to build long-term crypto treasury. So yeah, this crypto treasury is where it's at right now. This is the hot sector. You can see right now we're starting to set up 30-minute. So BTCM, probably my top watch for gap and crap. It's 8 o'clock right now, Texas time, 8:01. So this might go a little early. But this is what I'm looking for right here, right? 30-minute. Then I start moving down to 15-minute. Yeah, so we see here we've got some consolidation area here. So it's trying to bounce a little higher than that. Move on down the 5-minute. We're seeing the same thing. And then the 1-minute is up here. Seeing the exact same thing. Got this little level right there it's trying to bounce off of right now. But yeah, I'll keep this on watch. Like, I'm not a big fan of buying pre-market. So if this thing bounces right now, it bounces and I'm probably going to miss it. But this is what I look for. This play, or this setup. This is what I call this setup, right? The pullback. This is my setup. And then I look for higher lows and double bottoms on smaller time frames. And that's going to be my entry, right? So the setup and then smaller time frames for the entry. But BTCM, probably top watch. SAFX. Trading higher after the company announced it invested $1 billion in U.S. SAF plants. I have no idea what that is, but to invest $1 billion in synthetic aviation fuel production facilities. So that's synthetic aviation fuel. invest $1 billion. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're investing $1 billion and it's spiking, but we'll keep an eye on this thing. Is this a recent IPO? Yep, recent IPO. So it looks like it IPO'd back here on 6/9. They've been really pushing these recent IPOs lately too. SAFX. 34 million float. What are we trading right now? At about 7 million, 17, 25. So we've rotated the float. Pre-market. It's probably going to be a top watch for me also. SAFX. Moving on, we got CGTX. Completes end of phase 2 meeting with FDA for phase 2 CT1812 study in Alzheimer's disease. Completes end of phase 2 meeting with FDA. All right. So that's got news. That's spiking here. That's a 30-minute. What's 15 look like? All right, we'll keep CGTX on watch. MP. Oh man, lots of stocks today. It has entered into a public-private partnership with the U.S. Department of Defense consisting of multi-billion-dollar package of investment and long-term commitments. This is a higher price stock, though. I'll put it on watch. Higher price, probably a higher float. Yeah. I'll put it on watch though. Let's see. STKH. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Not a fan of these ones that just slowly fade off like this. I mean, it doesn't look bad here on the 1 hour. What's today? Yeah, I don't see any news on it. Probably ignore that one. GIBO. No news. I'll ignore. KLG. What is this? Kellogg. Kellogg to be acquired. It's dumping right now. Nothing there for me. AI, RI. Received $5.4 million in contract to supply landing gear, steering column, components for U.S. Air Force B-52 aircraft. Heavy resistance up here. You can tell these wicks. Probably nothing there for me. Yeah, I don't think the volume's there on that one. USAR, nothing. So we'll keep an eye on this KLTO. It announced that the FDA has awarded an orphan drug status for a potential ALS drug candidate. Not the greatest news. I mean, it's just they were awarded an orphan drug status. I mean, nothing huge, but this did run up back here on 6.9 and 6.11 or 6.10. I'm sorry. And where we at here? 245 was that high there. We're at 219. Maybe not. Yeah, that might be all it has. It's going to need way more volume. Not nearly enough volume. I'll put this one on the watch list. Probably not going to do anything with it though. And that's about it. There's some more on the watch list, but I'll try to stay looking at the ones over 20% or more. Yeah, I don't see too much. So, kind of long pre-market prep today, but I'm watching Wolf. Keeping an eye on this 1 hour chart. Like I said, you see it starting to pull back now, so we've got 20 minutes till the market opens. I'm looking for a pullback, and I'll be looking for this $1.76 to be my support level or my risk level. So looking for a higher low, and then I'll start, I'm already in it, but I'll start adding to my position. This is a first green day bounce setup. Got the run up, the pullback. So watching Wolf, first green day bounce. Watching BTCS, Bitcoin. Everything in Bitcoin seems hot right now. So this is also a first green day bounce setup. Looking at this $4 to hold right now. If that doesn't hold, then I'll be looking back in this area around 350 probably. In between $4 and 350. So, and again on this one, looking for higher lows on the 1 hour. So if this if this $4 holds, I'll start taking a position. If it breaks, I'm going to be looking to see how fast it recovers off that break and start looking for higher lows, probably on like a 15-minute chart. So WOLF, BTCS, those are my top watch today for first green day bounce. I've got GAME, GAME. I'm looking for a panic dip buy on. Also looking for a panic dip buy on PROK. I need to set an alert on that. So on these panic dip buys, I just set alerts. I don't really watch them or focus on them. I just set alerts, and if they break that alert, then I start looking to see if they're panicking or not. So alert set on that, and then liquidity trap setup that I'm watching. This EVOK, it looks like it's starting to fail now, but little to no volume, so we just need volume to push back in. It might start breaking down though. It looks like it's going to. So SAFX and BTCM. BTCM is probably my top watch this morning for a gap and crap reversal. And then SAFX for a gap and crap reversal. Those are going to be my top watches this morning, along with Wolf, WOLF, and BTCS for first green day bounces. And then just keeping an eye on EVOK for liquidity trap setups. So, long one today, but there's a lot to go over. Lots of good setups for me. Hopefully I take advantage of them and profit. We'll see how it goes. But that's it for me, guys. Stay safe. Stick to your setups. Don't chase anything. And stay disciplined. I'll catch you guys in chat. Peace.